I sleep when you can play Dom Team Death, the free-for-all, CTF and Sabotage. Man, I play them all from search up to headquarters, down the list of demolition. Objectively speaking, to win is my only mission. If I sin, it's not by omission of honor.
Hey YouTubers, Hardcore Gamer for Life, and as you can see, ACR 6.8 Classic and Red Dot Sight are unlocked, and that means this is my second game ever with the ACR. I guess, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but it is my second game ever, basically, with the ACR. And, throughout my other, previous Prestiges, I haven't really pulled this gun out. But, a gentleman named Wicked Shrapnel, he's a machinima director, and, he does a series called This Gun Fucking Sucks. And, he also started recently a series called This Gun Fucking Rocks. And ACR was the first entry in that series. And, I can't disagree with that. After playing a couple rounds with this gun, I will definitely say this gun does fucking rock. And also a big shout out to my buddy Azza Brown. Azza, you did request that I do some gameplay with the ACR here recently. So here you go, buddy. Hopefully you enjoy. A little free-for-all to wet your whistle with some gaming love up in this bitch. And yes. So, guys, let's talk about a couple things. Perk setup. Let's talk about perk setup. We got the Sleight of Hand Pro, we got the Assassin Pro, and we got the Dead Silence Pro. One of the strongest combinations really for any game type, but in particular for a game like Free For All. If this were TDM, Domination, something with, a lot more flak flying around, a lot more noise going, I might pick Steady Aim versus Dead Silence, because Dead Silence isn't as much of a benefit in that sort of a situation, as it would be, say, in a free-for-all or a search or something like that. But Dead Silence, I gotta go with Dead Silence, like, seriously, all the time on free-for-all, I gotta have Dead Silence. It's just, that's why I use one of my Prestigious tokens to unlock it, and I highly recommend that anyone else use it at any time. If there's another third perk you like, fine. Oh, wait, ho. Interruption from that. As you can see, I just dropped down to the ground to avoid dying from that Bouncing Betty. Now, as you could also see, possibly, I did do that just a tad late, but I still didn't die. And if you do it the second that you hear that sucker go off, then you'll be totally okay. You won't take any damage at all. But even if you're, half a second late or something like that, like I was, then, you still will be okay. You're just going to take a little damage from it at the same time. But, that's how you avoid those Bouncing Betties, guys. And, here's what makes Bouncing Betties so effective, is particularly this early in the game. People are so used to Claymores in Call of Duty. They are not used to Bouncing Betties. Admittedly, there are some people that played World at War as well. I wasn't really a big World at War fan. But even, me having the limited World at War play experience that I have, I know they had Bouncing Betties in that game. Aside from that, all the other COD games, the mines they've had have been Claymores. And people are so used to trying to avoid the Claymore. Here's how you avoid the Claymore. If it's placed right around a corner and you just dash around a corner, it's right there. As long as you got good full dash on and you keep dashing, most of the time you're going to make it around that corner. Okay, most of the time you're going to make it past that Claymore and be okay. Or you can do what's known as the Claymore jump. You see that, and you do a quick jump back, or even sometimes a quick jump forward, maybe forward to the side and stuff, and you can avoid the main brunt of that explosion and survive the Claymore, even without a perk like Blast Shield or Flak Jacket and Black Ops, whatever perk in that particular game that helps you avoid that. So that's classically been the two ways to avoid a Claymore: dashing past or jumping. Both of these things are absolutely disastrous to do when trying to avoid a Betty, because jumping is horrible. It's the worst thing you could possibly do to try to avoid a Betty, because Betties fly up in the air and explode. Therefore, if you go up in the air with it, you're just going to catch more shrapnel. You're going to be dead even that much quicker. Okay? And then, if you also try and dash past the Betty, that doesn't work. You cannot outrun the Betty explosive. Okay? It just does not happen. You cannot outrun that projectile. If it's placed properly around a corner and you make it around that corner in time, maybe. But it's much harder to do that run around a corner and dash past a Betty than a Claymore. It's pretty much a sure recipe for death, which is what makes Betties so effective this early in the game. Now, I'd say clear through the Christmas noob season, we're going to have good luck with Betties, and I highly recommend it. It deploys faster than a Claymore, although it does have a little bit more of a delay before it starts working. Oh, let's talk about kill streaks here. As you can see, I have my AC-130 in the air, and I used IMS, Strafe Run, and AC-130, just because it's quick kill streaks you guys haven't seen from me, and actually, really, I haven't used. So, to bring you guys something a little different. So right, back to the third perk talk. And, like I was saying, Dead Silence, an absolute must if you're serious about doing well in free-for-all, okay? Now, let's say you like another third perk really well. Say you like the sound whore better because maybe you don't have a headset, and you can sound whore a lot better with your stereo or TV or whatever, when you're rocking that SitRep Pro. Or let's say you like the Stalker's ability of strafing better and not to have to worry about the mines. Those mines will be delayed and you can run right past them, no problem. That even works with the all-powerful IMS. Now, if you like those third perks, fine. Go ahead and use them, but use them in your specialist package, okay? Use Dead Silence as your main third perk, and then equip is your first two specialist perks, Stalker Pro, SitRep Pro. I mean, that's a super powerful combination right there, okay? And maybe Hardline Pro is your third. That way you get to your specialist bonus that much quicker. Just a quick tip on that. But yeah, if you guys are going to use another third perk in free-for-all, fine. But don't use it as your base perk. You unlock that specialist package. Use it as your specialist bonus. One of your specialist bonus. So, that's basically how I recommend that. Always use Dead Silence and free-for-all. And search, by the way. Shout out to Fluxus from S4D, S&D for Dummies. Freaking awesome. He's a great YouTuber and also a cool guy. Got the chance to play with him the other night. So big shout out to you, Fluxus, and the off chance that you might even listen to this. Who knows? But now it's time for another shout-out. And this shout-out's going out to my wife. That's right. Some of you may know her as CynisterCinjin on Xbox Live. And, she is a gamer as well. She loves to play Call of Duty. And she is starting her own channel. That's right, guys. For those of you that like girl gamers, here's another channel for you to check out. See if it's something that's for you. So I highly recommend you go do that. And, by the way, in the several dual comms I have done with Cyn, several of my subscribers have said she should start her own channel. Now, I expect every single one of those people who said that to go down and sub to her channel. I don't expect everyone to go sub to her channel. I'd appreciate it if you go check it out, and if you like it, sub. But if you're one of those people who said Cyn should start her own channel, by gosh, I want to see your sub in her sub box after you watch this video, okay? That's my request from me to you. So as you can see, I've got the Reaper, or not, rather, excuse me, someone else has the Reaper here, and he's trying to get me, and I almost feel bad for this guy. He's like coming so close and not even getting a hit marker. But those Reaper missiles, they're not exactly a Pred missile. They're a bit toned down. I should have looked left here, but no, I didn't. Anyways, guys, Cyn's channel link is going to be in the description. She's a good COD player, and she's just a hella cool person, a girl gamer. So if you're into that sort of thing, absolutely go down, check her out. If you like her stuff, subscribe her up, and show her some love and support on YouTube, guys. Show her how the YouTube community can be. And as you can see, the jump and drop shot, FTW, challenge completed, ACR 6.8, marksman number 2, son. And that's how we get it done. Hardcore gamer for life. As always, please rate and comment and bump it on the Respawn Army app if you like it. Peace.
Keep it on the dial where you know that it's hot. Cause you know that on my channel I upload a lot of videos of all different types of varieties. Gameplays, mini tashes, live comms, even some comedy bits. Ain't no playlist titled greatest hits, not yet, but you can bet.